What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, sirski. All right, man. You guys know I've been MIA for a couple of days, man. I'm not giving no excuses to why I was MIA. I was just trying to catch up on some rest. I really was, bro. Catch up on some rest. There's no excuses, you know. But we're back to the hustle and the bustle and the grind. All right? We're back. We're back. Oh, another thing, you guys. Make sure y'all go over there and check me out on TikTok as well. Follow me on all my social media platforms, really, but where we at? Right here? TikTok. Yeah. Go follow me over there on TikTok. It's Relentless Lex 1. You see it right there. Relentless Lex 1. All right. But we got the spicy. We do have the spicy. Miss Garcelle is spilling it on Will Smith, bro. She reveals why she never will forgive Will. If y'all didn't know why, we're here to learn why, bro. I got the spicy for y'all. Y'all pay attention. And make sure y'all are subscribing to the channel. And make sure y'all are hitting that like button. It's free. We're on the road to 100,000 subs and we almost there. But we need to get some more subscriptions. We want that plaque on the wall. Yes, sir. Let's go. Spicy.
That I cried so hard and so long that the next day it felt like I did a gym workout.
Dang.
I was in so much pain.
That was Garcelle Beauvais seemingly talking about how finding out the truth about Will Smith might have broken her. Allegedly, when she finally decided to expose it to the world, she became a hero to many.
Of pain all over again. And people, I would have women when I was at the park with the kids come up to me and go, "Good for you for sending that email. You're my..."
But even in all of this, it seems she might have handled it better if he had just come clean to her.
Him a little more, and I would have had more compassion
Dang,
and sympathy for him, as opposed to not wanting anything to do with him because he left.
Will Smith has and will probably always be one of the most controversial figures in the industry. Outside of his own personal shenanigans, his wife seems to be hell-bent on keeping both of them at the center of the news. This is not to say those shenanigans are insignificant, because that is the very reason this man is in the headlines today. The actor might be the man of most women's dreams, but allegedly, according to Garcelle Beauvais, it seems he is as good-looking as he is deceitful. Will has made several headlines over the years regarding his relationships and his past generally, but those stories were most likely minced, if Beauvais' point of view is anything to go by. After all, she did go out with him. Agreed, when someone is at the level of fame Will Smith currently sits, it's only normal that would get caught up in bad press from time to time. Thing about Will, he's been getting caught up in these things long before he became an Oscar regular. From the days of people crucifying him for ruining Janet Hubert's career after kicking her off his show, all the way to fans finding out that he and Jada might have been swingers. It's almost like the man makes a special effort to be in these unusual situations.
I think we all know this.
Well, Garcelle Beauvais is the latest one to confirm his true nature, and there is nothing okay about it. It seems the rapper-cum-actor might have done Beauvais so dirty that she'd been forced to keep her experience with him a secret for years. To some, this was unexpected because he's one of the biggest actors of all time, but to many others, this was just another dastardly aspect of Will Smith's life. Backing up these people's lack of shock at the news about Will is that outside of his media appearances, there have also been more than a handful of people, insiders, who have gotten a front row seat to experience Will in his element. The stories have all been the same. If he isn't getting people blacklisted in Hollywood, he's getting caught up in tales of inappropriate relationships with younger actors in the industry. And if it's not either of those, it's probably his professionalism or lack thereof on set that's the problem. In all, it seems Will Smith might be much more of a villain than his media appearances have made it seem. Garcelle Beauvais would know. The actress seems to have had an experience with Will that's left her so hurt that she may never be willing to forgive the man. Question is, what could have been so painful that she'd hold a grudge for over a decade?
I have this dynamic that if we would go head to head a little bit, and then I would shut down.
Will Smith may have an iconic Hollywood story about his rise to the top from nothing, but compared to Garcelle Beauvais, his might just be the tip of the iceberg. I say this because according to the actress's book, when she moved to America, she was incapable of speaking one word of English. That's right. The Haitian-born beauty made the smooth transition from fashion model to successful actress with roles on fan-favorite series that included The Jamie Foxx Show and NYPD Blue. After her parents' divorce, her mom, Marie Claire, moved 7-year-old Garcelle and her 6 siblings stateside to the chilly climes of Massachusetts. Initially suffering from massive culture shock, Beauvais, who did not speak a word of English, began to pick up the language from shows like Sesame Street.
That's dope.
I guess I don't need to tell you all she's achieved from that point.
Little girl from Haiti, coming to the United States when I was 7. I didn't speak a word of English. I watched Sesame Street. That's how I learned English.
Is that how you learned?
Yes.
Beauvais has had her own share of relationship problems like any other person out there, but her experience with Will Smith seems to be one the history books will not be forgetting anytime soon. The model, actress, who starred on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has provided fans with some insight on the moment she decided to exit stage left concerning her and Will Smith's brief relationship in the 90s. On a recent episode of the Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang podcast, Beauvais looked back on what she described as a relationship that wasn't of the long-lasting variety. Beauvais reflected on their brief romance back in the 90s and ultimately what made it never turn into anything serious. As the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star recounted on the Las Culturistas podcast, she and Smith met on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air set. I was an ingenue and he was single and a TV star, so we went out a couple of times. It wasn't a long-lasting relationship, Beauvais said in a summary of her history with Smith. According to Beauvais, her decision to exit came about after realizing that things were getting serious between Will and Jada, who would go on to marry in 1997 and remain a couple since. As the Coming to America star explained, things fizzled out after one particular call she made to the actor while he was in the car with his son, Trey Smith. Then a child, Trey, let it slip that Smith was seeing the actor's now wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. I remember one day calling him and he was in the car, and his son, with Sheree, they were in the back, Beauvais said. So you know he picked up on the car or Bluetooth or whatever it was back in the day, or speakerphone, whatever it was, and he said, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I said, "I'm great." And I heard this little voice in the background go, "Is that Miss Jada?" And that's when I was like, okay, I'm not the only one. Exit stage left. Beauvais shared with a laugh, adding, "If a kid knows somebody, then that person's..."
Bro, so we all know when Jada knew what was going on. And Jada said she brought that life when she said that, bro. Jada said, "Hey, is that Miss..." All right, Jada said, "Don't play with me, bro. I'm here to take over. You is exit. I am a rebound."
Little bit more important, right?
And she was happy
but
with it,
Jada wasn't
now
the only
look.
person in this picture at the time. Apparently, there was also Will Smith's ex-wife, Sheree Zampino. What's more is that Beauvais and Zampino ran into each other years later. The star, Zampino, recently made a cameo on an episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and met up with fellow actress and Housewives star Garcelle Beauvais to talk about how they handle their exes, and guess whose name came up? Will on one side, Beauvais has spoken about her experience working with Will's first wife, Sheree Zampino, on Rachel BH. It was great, and it's so funny because she comes in, she goes, "Did you call me for backup?" It's been great. It's just nice to not be the only African-American castmate in the room. It's nice to have someone that I know who has my back. In all the time they spent bonding, it seems both women were able to figure out some things about Will. Besides the fact that they might have been going out with him at the same time, a more explosive realization came when they touched on what seems to have led to Will and Zampino's marriage ending, especially because it came from someone else. According to the late actress Alexis Arquette, who passed away in 2016, Sheree Zampino divorced Will because she discovered him in a surprising situation, in bed with another man. This intriguing detail was shared in a now-deleted Facebook post by Arquette, writing, "When Jada comes out as gay and her bearded husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked into him, servicing his sugar daddy Benny Medina, then I
Why
will
she
listen
had to
to
use
them.
the word servicing, bro? That's
Interestingly,
the
during that time, Jada, who was known for her
That's the
outspoken
worst.
Oscars boycott, remained
Will.
completely silent about Alexis's post. Will, too, chose not to comment on the allegations, seemed innocent at the time, but now we know what was going on. According to reports, that was also around the time Will and Jada's marriage was going through a tough patch, and word on the street was that it had something to do with Will getting involved with other men, particularly Dwayne Martin. It seemed that Will was spending a lot more time with Dwayne than with Jada and their children.
That's crazy.
Multiple sources confirmed that
crazy.
Jada was getting increasingly upset about this.
Dang.
In fact, Will and Dwayne were practically joined at the hip. They were seen together numerous times, enjoying dinners, going on a private cruise in Trinidad, attending restaurants and art openings in Miami, and even visiting a trade show in Las Vegas. All of this happening in just 4 months. A source who
4
happened to see the
months,
two at
bro?
Flair Restaurant in Trinidad mentioned, Will and Dwayne definitely looked very close. And although they were with company, it was clear Will and Dwayne both arrived and left together, the source added. Dwayne and Tisha Campbell Martin used to be married and have 2 kids together. There have been rumors about Dwayne's connection with Will Smith for quite some time, but neither of them has said if it's true. And just recently, Tisha Campbell Martin even claimed that Will Smith had a relationship with her ex-husband, Dwayne Martin. She shared an Instagram post with a
That's
picture that
crazy.
said, "The truth always comes out in the end, no matter how hard anyone tries to hide it." In a comment, she added, "And you're right. They will lie till the end. The real Kiki is people will stop believing them." Fans noticed something interesting in Tisha Campbell Martin's Instagram post. She capitalized Will, which got people thinking it might be a subtle dig at an alleged affair between
put
Will
the
Smith and his
capital
best friend,
WILL?
Dwayne. Dwayne
Dang.
himself faced accusations of being
Secret
gay in the
messages,
past,
hidden
but he
messages.
denied them. However, he and Will are so close that Dwayne even landed the lead role in a sitcom produced by Will called All of Us. The I Am Legend star's relationship with Dwayne seemed to have caused tension with his family. Jada Pinkett, Will's wife, reportedly couldn't stand their relationship. She felt like he was constantly hanging out with Dwayne, going on extravagant vacations while she was left at home. A source reported, Will and Jada's marriage is completely fractured, and it's only getting worse as Will spends more time away with Dwayne. I don't know how much longer they can live this way. It's only a matter of time until one of them makes the split official and files for
That's
divorce.
crazy. Well, I mean,
It
that ain't
appears
crazy.
that Will
We
faced
saw
the
it coming.
consequences of his own actions. He was cheating on Garcelle, which allegedly made her Will's side chick. However, many fans think that it's not just Garcelle who
Will.
found out about Will cheating on her, but also his alleged relationship with Dwayne. Many Hollywood influential figures who got to know about this connection with Dwayne reported that there had been suspicious activities in Will Smith's home. Jaguar Wright, the renowned singer and actress who contributed to the controversy, made another interesting point, suggesting that Will and Jada's children, Willow and Jaden, might have been exposed to some unconventional situations at home. This could explain
Dang.
why Jaden sought independence at such a young age, specifically at just 16 years old. It seems there's more to their family dynamics than meets the eye.
And considering that he emancipated from their household at 16 and refused to come back even to do family interviews.
To add another layer to this, there are swirling rumors that Will Smith may have
Will
been
is
connected
off the
with Diddy
cheesy.
in organizing extensive gatherings where closeted Hollywood actors could partake in discreet activities. And these activities might as well include gay parties. Even a celebrity bodyguard named Keith D claimed to have witnessed one of these events, and he found it so bizarre that it seemed like some kind of ritual. The intrigue
D
and
was a security
speculation
guard?
surrounding these events continue to grow.
And Will Smith, you told me before that you was at a party before that they attended, and
These days, not only do fans seem to believe Will might have been living a whole different life on DL, right from when he was with Beauvais, but some of them seem to think Jada knew all about it while it was happening. The fan with this point of view wrote, "If the rumors are true, Tisha and Jada knew and played along. Now
they
that the
played
secrets
along
no
with that,
longer
bro.
serve them, they are talking." I mean, only a few months back, Jada was out here revealing that she and Will had been done for a long time. Starting to see how far back that might date tells you this is a problem that's been festering for a long time. So, what do you think? Has Will really been fooling us all this time? That's it.
Yes, yes. Will has been bamboozling the people the whole long time, bro. Dwayne Martin and Will, bro, who leave their wife for another man, bro? I don't care if it's going to up the street to the store. Will and Dwayne was taking trips and eating lavish dinners and on the jet, off the jet, bro. Something fishy. Something fishy. I think all the women knew it. Garcelle, Jada, all of them knew it, bro. They all knew it. All of them was in on it. They all knew it, bro. For real.